Good morning, it's Rachel from Sage here. How are you today? So I've been planning this video for quite a while, and this one is a almost full face of Fenty and Huda Beauty, brand new to me. Purchased them all myself from Sephora, had to save up for them because we know the stuff from those brands is not cheap, but let's see if it's worth it. Now, full disclosure, some of the products are not first impression because I have been trialing them for nearly a week. So this is the fifth day of me wearing the foundation, and I'll show you what it is in a moment. But I found that I have to use a gripping primer to get it to work for me. Now, whether that's the time of the year, because it is, you know, nearing the end of winter. I live in an extreme climate place, and I have been using some Neostrata lately, so that might have affected the situation a bit. But the reason why I've had to resort to the gripping primer, which is not actually my favorite sort of primer, I prefer a more smoothing primer typically, is because I found that the foundation was not working for me as, you know, onto clean skin. When I say clean skin, my skin is cleansed, moisturized. I use a serum in the morning and a moisturizer. This morning I used a Kapari one, and a coconut milk Kapari one, and then of course my sunscreen, which is the La Roche-Posay. So I haven't used anything really new or radical to make this stuff work. So I've already done my brows, I've already primed my lids, and I've put my shadow on, as you can see, because none of that is new. So let's dive into the foundation. And here it is. This is the foundation, Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Skin Tint. This is a light to medium coverage. It is a predominantly water-based foundation with dimethicone as one of the principal ingredients. So it's $50 something, I think, 56. So it's a squeezy tube. I'm going to put that much on my hand and we'll see where we're at. Now this is shade number 7, if you're wondering. I found that using the sponge is quite good. Let's see if we're getting this grabbing on. What I found was, with one primer that I used, and it was a smoothing primer, that I had little pinpricks, like dots all over my face, or the foundation where it had sunk into any pore that happened to be a little bit open. Now, as I said, this is light to medium coverage, which is usually my preference. The shade is good. There's nothing wrong with that. I used that foundation shade matching tool that's on the Sephora website. And I always match my prospective foundation purchases with L'Oreal True Match, because I know that that is 100% the right shade for me. The one that I always buy. Okay, that's not quite enough, so I need a little bit more. About that much more, hopefully should be enough. Now this sponge is slightly damp. I washed it properly last night, shampooed it, and just let it air dry. So there's still a little bit of give in it. All right, are we grabbing on? Are we doing the pinprick thing? It's not doing that today, so that's good. Now, I ask you, a supposedly easy product that goes on, because it is called Eaze Drop Skin Tint, has proven to be quite a lot of work for me to try and get it right, to make it look the way I think it should. And I'm surprised and I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. I mean, the finish is nice once it's on. I hope it's not grabbing on too much. I'll get a close up so you can see. You can see the coverage is really light. See here, this is grabbing, isn't it? Now, you know, mature skin friendly. I'm really not sure. If you have a mature skin and you use this, please tell me how you use it. I mean, this is nice. I'm happy with this, but it takes a lot of work to get there, and that's kind of counterintuitive to me, because that's the sort of the opposite of what the product's intended to be. It's meant to be really easy. Okay, so let's just let that settle for a moment and I'll get the concealer ready. This will be a first impression. Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in 2.7N. Let's hope the shade's right. I literally am opening this for the first time right now. Okay, so it's got a curved, fairly large doe foot. Right, oh, that's kind of cool because it fits in there. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, I don't think you need a lot. It's pretty pigmented, isn't it? Okay, let's just do a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Just a smidge there and a smidge out here. Oh, I probably put too much there. No fragrance, anything like that. Some Huda stuff is really fragranced, and while the concealer is doing its thing on my skin, I'm going to line my lips with my new Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 pencil. This comes with its own sharpener. And there's the colour. So it's not a pencil, it's more of a gel pencil. And the colour is pinky brown. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, this was like $30, so this is the most expensive. Yeah, this is an expensive lip pencil. I'm just going to adjust my mirror. That's a nice shade, isn't it? It is indeed pinky brown. The texture is creamy. It's gliding easily over my textured lips. That's a nice everyday shade, isn't it? Okay, let's do the concealer now. Now that lip pencil has already dried down, so that feels good. That means that it's going to have some longevity, I hope. The concealer went on very smoothly and I distributed it with the brush. I actually put a little bit too much concealer on, but I didn't use any inner corner highlight or shadow on the inner corner today because I wanted to show the brightness of the concealer. The shade is really good match, and it's quite creamy but not self-setting, I don't think. So here I'm blending with my finger just to make sure that it's not creasing or grabbing onto dryness, which it didn't do, and it covered the redness well. Going back in with a lip product now, opening it here. This is actually one that came in the goodie bag from Sephora. I think it's a really good match for the lip pencil. It's called Perfectionist, and it's a liquid matte. Not much of a matte liquid matte lipstick person. And this is a mini, obviously, because it's a sample. Wow, that was super easy. I didn't even dip back in, and the pigment, that's serious pigment. What a great everyday product. Wow, I'm super impressed with that. Super excited about this one, the Cherry Blossom Cake from Huda Beauty. This is this pink powder. Now, how do you get into it? Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm destroying the box. Oh well, it's not going to be staying in the box anyway. Right. Baking made easy. Dip dense brush or beauty sponge into powder net. Pack a generous layer under the eyes from corners through temples. 1 T-zone, outer corners of the mouth and chin. Let powder bake for 3 to 5 minutes. Using a fluffy brush, gently dust away excess powder. I'm not one for baking, as you've probably noticed, so I will just take the instructions under advisement. There she is. Let's open it up. Okay, so the Huda products often have this. It's very fragranced, and there's a lot of product in the net there. Oh wow. Okay. Can't really see how pink it is on camera. That's interesting. Maybe I need to adjust my lights a little bit. Right, so I'm going to get a powder puff to do this with. Right, so that liquid lip has completely dried down perfectly. No bleeding, nothing. It is quite dry, so I will put a gloss on top. Right, just getting my powder puff here. That's a lot for me. That's a lot. I don't normally do that. Wow, that is amazing. The blurring. And I thought that was all Instagram filters. I'm very cynical. Oh my word. I mean, I've got the Easy Bake powders. I've got the banana cake and the pound cake, which is more or less the neutral shades. The banana powder and the translucent powder. Wow, but this is wow. Is it a different formula? I think it must be. What's it doing to the foundation though? Look at that patch. Darn it. It's so blurring. I am quite amazed. I would use that all over my eyelid, you know. Let's have a look up close. Now, I can tell you that the concealer was not self-setting for me. And I'm having to iron out a few of those creases there. But the under eye area, it's almost gone. That sunken in thing that I have is almost gone. That's quite remarkable. I am rarely shocked. Certainly not by a powder. Wow, okay, let's keep going. The gloss I'm putting on, this is obviously a well-loved product. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Let me just find the shade. Old eyes. The shade is Gloss Bomb. I love this shade. This is very much a me shade. And these have a cherry vanilla flavour. I like that effect a bit better. It just disguises some of those vertical lines. Hasn't really altered the colour too much. It's not sticky, but it's thick. Just letting you know. Okay, let's go in with some cheek products now. The Huda Beauty Tantour in Fair has been a favourite product of mine for ages. So this is not new, but I'm going to use it today. I'll put that on off camera because it's not new. As you can see, she's quite well loved. So I've just used very little of that Tantour cream, and I'm just blending it with the sponge. Contouring is not part of my normal routine, but bronzing definitely is. And a cream product with a powder product over the top definitely gives you longevity. So clearly this is an everyday makeup look that I'm doing with a neutral matte eye and an everyday wearable lip colour. Oh, that's so nice. It actually gives me some cheekbones. I used a very small amount, as you saw, and I haven't done the nose or anything. I don't see that really works for me. Okay, let's do the blush now, and this is a new product. Right, we're back to Fenty, and this is a very famous product, her cream blushes. Petal Poppin is the shade. You can see I have been using this. Beautiful shade. It's quite sheer though, sheerer than I thought. So I've got a nice clean brush here. You can see it's a flat brush, not fluffy at all. So I can get precision on where I apply it. Going in high there. Lots of blush. Blush is my friend. Okay, so let's blend that with the sponge now. I like to come in quite close there. There's a sheen to this, but it's not glow. Oh, I'm starting to see the dots. Should I have used that sponge? Oh dear. Maybe it's because I've put this over the powder. Not used to using that much powder. Rookie mistake. So I'm really pressing now. Pretty colour, quite sheer. Okay, Max Fix Plus required. While my face is still wet, nearly gone through another one of these. Race through them, don't I? So how's the concealer looking? Oh, that's looking good. Hasn't settled into creases. The blurring effect is somewhat gone in the meantime, but my skin is what it is. Yeah, the Mac Fix Plus helped out that blotchiness that was going on. So I'll be back once it's dry. I'm going to use my mascaras now. I have a Fenty Beauty Hella Thick mascara sample. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on this side, and then I'm going to do the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow on this side. That's the packaging for it. It's a full size, I bought that one. Okay, let's try the Fenty one. There's the wand. This is the 4th day that I've used this, and it's really good. And it was good on day 1, unlike many mascaras. Nice, huh? I haven't curled my lashes or anything. Now, I don't really like the wand for the lower lash line, so I'm not going to do that with this wand. As you know, some days I don't even put mascara there at all. There's a little bit transferred onto there, but that's just my application. Right, 1 coat of that on that side. Okay, let's do the other. So on the packaging of this 1 coat wow, it says it's got 2 brushes. Let's have a look. Or rather, the brush has got 2 sides to it. So the concave side is your first coat, and then the shorter bristles are the combing through volume lifting effect. As to where they are with all that product on it, a little bit hard for me to see without my glasses on. Just one can't put mascara on with glasses on, can you? Okay, let's go. First use. Normal mascara smell. I always compare new high-end mascaras to either MAC Stack or Too Faced BTS because they have been so good to me for so many years. I currently have a MAC Stack in black, probably my 4th or 5th one I've purchased, and I have a Too Faced BTS in chocolate, which I adore. Right, let's compare. I think there's more thickness here, more volume here, there's more length here. I haven't gone back into the tube for a second dip. Let's try the lower lashes because I like these shorter bristles for doing that job. Now this is quite a wet brush. That's not bad. Righto. What is the difference? Yeah, definitely more length on this side, but more volume at the base. And my lashes were not curled. Okay. Am I wowed? I wouldn't say so. Do I like it? Yes, I do. You know, you hear this all the time, mascara gets better after about a week or so. Once the air's got into it. I am putting this on my lower lash line, so that is good. That this one I prefer to use on the lower lash line because it's got those short bristles. And I don't mind that clumping effect. I kind of like the doe eye look that it gives me. Being a fan of all things 1960s as I am. Right. It's not a wow, it's a thumbs up though, for sure. Okay, next new product. Some of the most stunning packaging are coming up right now. Look at that. Sorry about the finger marks. Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Cream Bronzer in Shady Biz, which is number 2. This is the 3rd time I've used it. All right, going in with my favourite double-ended brush. No kick up. Oh, there's a little bit there. I wondered if I'd gone a shade too light when I got this, but it's certainly good for this time of year. Takes away some of my winter pastiness. Righto, let's move on to the blush. Get ready for this packaging. This is stunning. The Glowish range from Huda Beauty. This shade is Berry Juicy, number 3. Look at this. It's a lift up. Oh, isn't that divine? I have not touched this yet. Oh, how exciting. Okay, in we go. No kick up. Hopefully, oh, looks like there's plenty of pigment there. Better tap my brush off. I'm smiling because I'm excited. Oh, that's so good. Wow, she's super pigmented. I'm looking at a little clown face right now. This side looks better because I haven't gone back into the product. Whoa. But the glow is not metallic. Like with my favourite blushes, Luminoso, the Mellow Cosmetics one. As much as I love them, I can't put them down here because they have glitter element. This doesn't. What sort of magic is this? Oh, wow. So it's not super glowy, which makes it really everyday. Just blend a little bit there. That's usually my translucent powder end. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Let's get some eyeliner on. I did just put a very light dusting of some more of that pink powder on, just to take the clown cheek away a little bit. It was a bit grabby, so that's merged it a little bit better. This is, I think, the 5th or 6th day that I've used the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner in Truffles. This is a warm brown and it is a pen tip. This is not that easy to use though. I say that to those of you that have textured lids. So let's just see how it goes on. Oh, I've got a thing in my eye there. Mascara. That's one swipe. Keep in mind that I use liquid eyeliner nearly every day. So if you are a total beginner, you might want to start with a cheaper one and practice with that. Now that's gone on beautifully because I'm familiar with the product now after 5 days and the colour is superb. It's warm, as you can see, okay? I'm not doing an extreme wing today. Now this is the trickier side. I always have to start sort of there. Are we level? I don't even know. Nope. So then I need to go back and fill in that bit close to the lash line because this eye is so much lower than this eye. Right, let's take it all the way in so you can see. Quite wet. You could see the shine there, I'm sure. But dries quite quickly. It's pretty, isn't it? It's really pretty. It's got a nice fine end on it, so you can sharpen quite well. There we go, done. Let me just clean up the mascara situation and I'll come back with some final thoughts. So I'm back and I fixed my hair and my makeup is set, and I have to say that I'm really happy with how it's all turned out. The lipstick, the lip pencil, beautiful, really happy with that. I reckon they'll stay on there for ages because I don't feel like they're drying, but they're going to stay there, I can tell. The Glowish blush, oh my gosh, what a win that was. The bronzer, which I have used a few times already, I really like it. The fly liner from Fenty, the eyeliner, is really nice, but you will need to practice. I'd buy a cheaper one first to practice using a liquid eyeliner, and then if you feel like you love this color, which is quite unique, then get one. The mascara, I tried to put 2 coats each of the Hella Thic on this one and another coat on the One Coat Wow from Huda, and by that time they'd fully dried and they didn't really take any more product. So really 1 coat and let it dry. That's probably all you need anyway, and that's pretty much all you'll get to put on. So What else have we done? The powder, the cherry blossom cake from Huda Beauty. Wow, I'm quite speechless about that. That's really a revelation for me as a fairly cynical middle-aged person. Anyway, the concealer, I see why people are loving it. It's really very forgiving on mature skin, and I think I chose the color correctly. So that was a good start. There is a really good shade range, as is usually the case with Huda Beauty and Fenty. That's part of the basis of the brands, is that they are inclusive. And I'm really enjoying that element as well. I think it's something to admire and something to promote, and they're both female-owned businesses too. So what was the other thing we had? The foundation. Look, it's a pass for me now because it is starting to work, or I'm making it work. But if you want to just jab it on your skin and you tend to have something other than perfect skin, I don't know. You let me know how you find it. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this Sephora haul of Huda Beauty and Fenty Beauty, two brands that I really like, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.